Testing, testing, testing.
G'day everyone, welcome back to another beautiful round of wheel-to-wheel racing. We're here at the Daytona International Speedway for a second week in a row, this time tackling the road course for 36 laps in the Group 3 cars, so should be quite a lot of fun. And in here in the commentary booth with me tonight is Neil. How you doing tonight, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks, and good afternoon, evening, everyone. Yeah, looking forward to this enduro. Should be some good battles.
Absolutely should be. We've got all three tyres available tonight for the race and 36 laps, so quite a bit of strategy is going to go into that. I'm hearing you want to split it quite a ways down the middle with some form of a 12, 12 and 12 or a variation of 2 laps or so on that, and a nice quick 5-minute qualifier leading us into that as well to set the grid. Obviously not super important qualifying for an enduro, but yes, should still be really good to watch.
Yeah, and do you think you'll get two laps in quali, or just one hot lap, you reckon, to set your time?
Or it might be maybe the first couple out of the pits could get that second lap, but I don't think everyone will, that's for sure. 5 minutes for a 2-minute lap, about a 30-second follow-on. Yeah, I think if you're one of the first out of the pits, you'll definitely be on. And could be really useful to even... Could you do like an out lap and then immediately pit, change tyres again and go again for a second? That'd be risky, but don't think we'll see too much of that in this race.
Yeah, and no.
Quite heavily favoured in this lobby of the Ford GT as well. We did have the option of people being able to change cars, and it doesn't look like too many people have gone through with committing to the car change for the Group 3. So we'll be having, what's that, about 5 Ford GTs in this one, a couple of Vipers and a couple of Corvettes. No Mustangs on the track here for race 1 either.
Yeah, I can confirm for the second lobby there'll be 2 Mustangs on the grid, providing Packer ends up racing. But yeah,
well, I'm glad they'll be getting a little bit of representation, but
yeah,
seem to not be the favoured car between everyone at the moment.
A little bit subpar, you might say. Yeah, but all part of the fun, though. I think we're just giving it a few minutes for see if Souls and Palmer join in by the looks.
Yes. Yeah, Prometheus as well there. So we've got 3 missing from the lobby so far tonight. Not heard from any of them, unfortunately, but maybe a bit of life happened and stopped them from being able to jump in. It looks like Prometheus is adding Ben at the moment, so should be getting another driver in. No word from Palmer or Souls though, unfortunately, so we'll be 2 drivers down. That'll give us a field of 12 cars racing here as well. Just having a look out on the track. There we go, so just hearing word, we're waiting for Prometheus to jump on in and then we shall kick off. There's Prometheus there. And we've got, I think we'll have quite a bit to talk about during qualifying in the race here, as we've got a couple of, well, some new faces and some quick drivers just showing up that'll have to fight their way through everything in their early rounds with the league.
It's fairly stacked, isn't it, this lobby? It's a good variety of all driving levels, really, so it should be a good race.
Absolutely, and obviously everyone's going to want to get those soft tyres on for qualifying here, and I'm expecting to see a lot of guys in probably the 48s, low 48s to all throughout the 47s, and then the top fellas just tickling into the 46s is what I think we can expect here. So I think your front row of the grid will be in the 46s, and then close behind will be low 47s.
And who's your pick for pole, you reckon?
Oh, it's got to be between Ben and Lucas, who is showing up as Candle Lady at the moment, as he managed to go ahead and get himself banned on the main account.
Yeah, I couldn't see that happening in Armin's son, but yeah.
Old man set a really good influence for him there, by the looks
yeah.
of it. As qualifying just starts to kick off here, everyone loading on in, and we've been given the green flag as we see all these cars roll out into pit lane. We'll wait until they get through Sector 1 to sort out the order and talk our way through the field a little bit, but very excited to see where this goes. It's a really complicated track, I feel. You've got your turn 1, which is a very curved braking zone where you've got to be careful not to lock up if you're running lower ABS or, even on exit with no traction control, the car can get quite loose through the first 2 corners or so. Very slow, sharp corners that you want to get the power down, very, very punchy out of it all. As we're all starting to roll on through now. Waiting for the last couple to pass through the timing sector. And have our order sorted out. 2 more cars to go through. And it looks like currently number 2 until, there we go, so leading the field around in the chrome green T Ford GT there is Ben 999, our last minute host of the lobby, so big appreciation to him for stepping up there. Following behind him in the Murica Corvette is Viper's Fang, and then as we mentioned Lucas or Armins Jr. there in the Dodge Viper Napa themed.
Yeah, then in P4 there, right on Lucas's tail, there's Armins, and in P5, in number 4 GT, we got Broken Spoke. Then, next in line, Dodgy 86, which is Dodgy back again. In the 4
Absolutely,
GT
it is. Father time of World of Wheel just about is Dodgy. Looks like Smurf's picked up a penalty just behind Dodgy there, half a second. That'll ruin the first quali lap, so it could be really bad there for Smurf in that Viper. Just behind Smurf is Prometheus in the Red Bull Corvette, and behind Prometheus is Black Sugar in that Shane Van Gisbergen livery Corvette there as well.
Yeah, what a great livery. Then in just behind Sugar we got Goat in the Viper by looked. Then we got Dreamman and Hammy rounding out the field. So who should we go on board with to start off with, you reckon?
I reckon we got to jump on with Ben as he's tackling the infield at the moment, coming through that second hairpin. Getting a little loose on corner exit. A bit of a tickle into the grass, manages to hold it together. As we come into this sharp left-hander to roll back out onto the banking, get that power down nice and early and ride it all the way up onto it. And now you just hold that throttle as flat as you possibly can, staying low on the banking to save as much time as possible. As we just tick over towards 1 minute 10 into the lap, so about 30 odd seconds to go. Looking for the 2 and the 1 boards on the right, finding a spot between them, rolling it through the curbs, through the bus stop here. On the power nice and early, it's a really strong exit there and into the turn 3-4 area of the NASCAR Oval. On 26.11 through the timing sectors, rolling on through to the start-finish straight now. Not even reaching 6th gear yet, ringing the neck of the Ford as finally pops it into 6th. 270 odd kilometres an hour, and it's a 48.4 for Ben. It's going to be the first time set. 47.777 from Viper. Armins comes through to pole with the assistance of the slipstream from young Armins Jr. there, Lucas. In second place, Spoke jumped up into third. Oh, it's all been undone by Goat, the first of the main Vipers coming through.
Ooh, I think there might have just been some little bit of contact there between Sugar and Goat. Let's see if I can get a replay.
Definitely got close.
We're just on board now, so coming into turn 1, Goat's Sugar's just with an unfortunate incident there. Sugar's just on the outside. Goats tried to go the inside line and 2 into 1 doesn't work.
Go. So currently we have Goat leading by over half a second. Absolutely cooked that lap up. Did Goat 46.698. Second is the Ford GT of Armands with a 47.2. So I'd expect to see an improvement out of Ben, hopefully. Coming into the bus stop now. Armands also up by about half a second, so absolutely nailed that infield section. And if he can manage to get a little bit of a bump draft coming through turns 3, 4 of the oval. Oh, big sideways moment on the exit of the bus stop as well. Manages to hold it together. He's up by 0.35 on his personal best. As everyone starts to roll on towards the start-finish line now, jumping on board with Ben, who's currently in 8th. Only a 47.9 from Ben, so that Ford GT really struggling to get that straight line speed. Just seeing in the background, Dodgy had a penalty. Spoke improves to a 47.2. That takes him to provisional 3rd. The last of the field coming towards the line. No improvement there. No improvement from Sugar. Smurf goes a 48.3. Which takes them into 9th, and Prometheus with a 48.3 as well goes to 10th place. Dreamin coming towards the line now, one of the last to do so. No improvement out of Dreamin, and I can't see who that final car is.
Hammy.
That it is Hammy, but he's already coming towards 2 minutes, so
yeah,
not going to see the improvement there out of
Not the
Hammy.
best lap. He must have had a problem. It's I noticed there. Young Lucas had the opportunity to either nudge Armands or go alongside, and he chose to go alongside. So I wonder, a few of the tactics there.
Can't be helping the old man out too much. He's I haven't heard too much from young Lucas, but he was very, very competitive earlier in the practice lobby that I was chatting to him in, and even fighting for fastest lap just to make sure he could beat his dad there. So
great job by Goat though.
Absolutely, he's
46.
well and truly clear at the front there. Yeah, not quite sure how the Viper's going to go off the line compared to the Ford, but it's a bit of a Ford sandwich in our 2 front rows there. So we've got the Viper in 1st, Armands in 2nd in the Ford, Ford in 3rd with Broken Spoke, and then Lucas in the Viper in 4th as well there. So...
yeah, I think the start should be fairly even because he's rolling starts for this season. But that said, if the Ford GT's got a little bit, can get the power down better, might see it battle a bit. But
yeah, I know at least for Laguna Seca at the start of the race, it put me right on the rev limiter of 1st gear driving the Viper, so that caught me quite off guard. Hopefully by now everyone's done enough practice to know better and know what to expect, as we're just giving the drivers plenty of time to put their preferred tyre on before we start this 1-hour endurance race.
I just noticed there Ben's a little bit further back than what I probably thought he would have been in P6 there. Still a decent result, but
yeah, seemed to struggle to get the true pace out of the car, really. But interesting to see. We've got a 4.6 metres a second headwind coming into turn 1 as well, so a lot of drivers will be able to brake that a little bit later coming into turn 1 as the race develops as well. A bit of a tailwind taking you into the bus stop, so it might affect people's braking towards that as well. As it just bumps up to 4.7, so...
that'll be interesting.
Here we go, the race has been kicked off. We jump on in now.
Who do you want to go on board with?
I'm thinking... I think Lucas out of 4th is going to be... It's going to be an interesting watch. That Viper's got a lot of straight line speed and a lot of power under it, so could see him getting up alongside Spoke come turn 1, depending on the launch of it. Viper also very avid racer right behind him, so the first car is well and away at the front. As, of course, Spoke has ended up in the wall already. And Lucas has had a rough start. Here comes Viper. Spoke is having a very rough time up there. Viper looking around the outside of Lucas as we come through turn one. A lot of respect shown between the two. Ben gets up the inside of Viper. Contact made. Viper in the wall.
I'll see if I can get a replay on that.
Looks like Viper managed to get going again without too much of a spin, but he's fallen behind Smurf, Prometheus and Ben after that incident there.
Yeah, just tagged him in the right corner and in he went.
That rolling start has got a red flag thrown, apparently.
There was something weird going on. I noticed Smurf was in first place, according to my screen.
Yeah, so we had Dreamin parked on the grass, turn one. Goat was 6 seconds ahead of second place by race start. And Spoke was immediately in the wall off the start as well.
Yeah, there was a bit of an odd one, that one.
Yeah, definitely something strange going on there. Alright. Well, an interesting practice start there for everyone. We'll see if they can clean it up for round two, as now everyone gets to reapply all their tunes, which I'm sure we're all absolutely loving having to do every reset.
Yeah, it'd be handy if you could save them, that's for sure, like you can on full tuning, but anyway.
Yeah. There you go, Dreamin saying he was driving backwards, apparently, off the rolling start. Which, I was going to say on the mention of that I might try and save the replay, but just as the lobby settings got changed, that's Gran Turismo doing some weird things there.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while. I know we have had some issues with the lobbies in the past, but
just giving all the drivers time to reset up their cars now, and we're gonna have to do a manual set of the grid. So, Armands is out of the room now as well. It's no good.
he might rejoin. He might have just exited, so Ben could reset it. Maybe might have been stuff. Great saying he had a good lead, but I think I think
just
so.
Commenting on that now, I've been concentrating, typing that one out there. So
yeah.
very odd way to start off the night there. So we got 10 ticked in, just waiting on Goat and Ben.
Yeah, because I think Armands and Lucas will be on the same internet. That shouldn't affect it, but yeah, sometimes the different internet connections can play a bit of havoc, but
that's alright. It wouldn't be Gran Turismo 7 without some technical difficulties, as far as I'm aware. I've seen this game run very smoothly, but also absolutely run headfirst into a brick wall and collapse at times. So, you know, obviously back when we started on Gran Turismo 7, we had the old invisible cars trick going on, where 90% of the lobby couldn't see a certain driver, and then the other driver that couldn't be seen could still be hit and affected by the other cars that couldn't see him, which made for a lot of fun.
yeah, Viper will be happy to have a restart.
Yeah,
after being in the wall there. Yeah.
So it looked like Lucas actually struggled off the start there.
He'll get a chance to go again, try and improve on that.
Yeah, I think that created a bit of chaos there. Lucas struggled off the start, Viper got the run, and then Lucas went a little deep under braking to hold that spot, and I think Ben just saw a chance to stick his nose up the inside of Viper as Viper went to cut back underneath, a la Hulkenberg, Piastri, Norris at Coda a couple of weeks ago. If anyone watched the F1, you know, looking to just cut back underneath, and all of a sudden there's the nose of another car there.
Yeah.
Just see the grid being set now.
So who you reckon in F1 will come out on top out of the two McLarens? Or you reckon Verstappen will overtake them both?
Yeah, well, I know who I hope will do it, I know who I think will do it, and I know what I want to happen. So, you know, I hope that Piastri can. I think that Norris will, but I want them both to double DNF and Max to be within 5 points of them, type of thing. For the last 3 races would be absolute chaos, I think. But obviously one of the better championship fights we've had in a few years since I think 2021, since the Verstappen Hamilton one.
Yeah, I hope Oscar gets it as well, but he's I don't know what's going on. Seems to be making it harder than what it needs to be, but
yeah, looks to be struggling, obviously on a bit of form mentally, as well as having a couple of his weaker tracks from what his history says. So Coda and Mexico were quite bad for him last year around as well. Hopefully Brazil, he can pull it together a little bit, because he should have won the sprint there last year and gave up the lead to Norris because he was somewhat in the fight. So definitely has pace and a potential around that track. As we come into round 2 now.
All right.
I'm still thinking that P4 is the spot to be off the start. Obviously it was the spicy place to start off with there as well. As the grid is that Prometheus in first for me.
Yeah, same.
Goat's away again. He is well away. Goat is he's doing 200 already. He's crossed the line. Armin's just coming towards the line now. He's already 4 seconds behind Goat, who's just run deep into turn 1. And it looks like everyone's finally rolling in the back of the field now. So very, very odd start there. But looks like the front couple are away, and Lucas leading the rest of the pack around. Viper with Ben close behind, coming into, what would that be, turn 2, I hope, if we don't count the chicane. Just getting that nose alongside. The Corvette of the Viper looks to... looks to just have enough of a pull out of the slow corners to hold off Ben for now. Rolling through this long right-hander, patient on the throttle. Ben sticking the nose up the inside, gets a little loose on corner exit. Viper's going to come across and cover that. Ben looking to make a move very early on by the looks of it. Patient on the throttle from the Corvette there. And right underneath the rear wing of it as we hit the banking now, and we'll see how the straight line speed of these two cars compare.
Yeah, Ben doesn't look like he's in any mood to wait around.
No, I think Viper, he's just given up the slipstream of Lucas ahead slightly, but not enough. Ben pulls out of that one as well. So not enough for much to happen there.
Well, it's Viper, so just got a little loose, I think.
Looks like it. Oh no, 1 second penalty right off the start. That's it's going to cost him big. It's going to be when the cars are hitting about 250 kilometres an hour that he's got to serve that one.
He's pushed a little bit wide off the exit.
There it goes. He's got nowhere to serve the penalty. Whoa, Moses as he splits Dodgy and Smurf coming down into turn 1. Lucas looks like he got a penalty as well, rolling off the throttle. Dodgy up the inside of Smurf.
Yeah.
Who, on my screen, just went straight ahead.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get Smurf.
Reset there.
Oh, where's Smurf? There it is. We're on with Smurf now. Yep, literally just straight ahead and reset. Bad
Yeah,
luck.
wow. Well, some interesting developments there, and only 35 laps to go. So, as we come through the end of the infield, Goat now with a 5-second lead due to that rolling start. Almonds with 5 seconds back to Ben, and then Ben 1 second gap back to Dodgy, who's got Lucas 0.6 of a second behind. And in that Viper, we could actually see a move done on the way up to the bus stop here with a good exit from that Viper. Pause our little run through the grid there and keep an eye on the two baby blue American-made cars as they hit the banking here. The gap down to 0.4 of a second now. Rolling into 6th gear as the Viper. Doesn't look like he's going to be close enough come the bus stop. There's the 3, the 2, not quite as we roll on through here.
Oh, gee, that Viper's got some straight line speed. Look at it go.
Aggressive on the way through. Rough exit. Dodgy also had a rough one on the way through there, but manages to make it. Oh, just behind in the battle for 7th. We've got a bit of Corvette on Corvette action. Sugar looking around the outside of Prometheus. 2 Chevys rolling side by side on the banking at Daytona. It's nothing new for the people to see, but looks like Sugar's just got a bit of a run. Grabbed 6th gear a little bit sooner than Prometheus did, using the torque of that beautiful V8 engine. Rolling on into turn 1 now. Sugar early on the brakes. Prometheus with a little look around the outside, and Spoke sticking the nose, almost sticking the nose up the inside of Prometheus there. Very fast closing gap that was.
That was just a little tap tap. I'm here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We've had a change for the lead. So something's happened to Goat there. He's lost that 5-second lead, and Almonds has managed to sneak on through.
Yeah, I've missed it. I just tried to see if we could catch it on the replay, but
Yeah, not quite sure what's happened there, but that gap dropping back to Ben as well. Just 4 seconds now up to Goat. Dodgy with Lucas close behind still, and looks like not many people have opted to go for the softer compounded tyres throughout the field here. Nobody on the actual softs, but we've got, what's that, 1, 2... We've got 4 drivers on the medium tyres, being Goat, Ben, Sugar, and then Smurf. Everyone else deciding to start the race on the harder compound tyre.
interesting.
That battle for 4th is heating up again as Dodgy is giving everything he can to hold off the Viper of Lucas there.
We're on with Dodgy at the moment.
And just a little weather report, there's a 1-second penalty from Prometheus back in 8th as well, but looks like here comes the run of that Viper as the Ford GT starts to slow. He's showing the nose up the inside, lifts off the throttle very early, does Lucas. Oh, still almost gave Dodgy a little tap in the braking zone.
He did well.
Yep, rolled off the throttle nicely, doing well to take his time. Showing the nose a little bit there for Dodgy as well, and Dodgy stayed out a little wide just in case, so...
And Dodgy is moving around a little bit as well with his internet as well, so he's able to get past as well.
Yeah, to someone newer to racing, that's probably quite tricky to deal with seeing... Oh!
Yeah, as he pushes him slightly wide. Oh, Dodgy, no!
It just looks like he got a tyre on the grass, unfortunately, for Dodgy there.
Yeah, bad luck.
Going to see back into 10th place.
There's battle for P5. Sugar's onto the back of Viper as well.
Yeah, using those medium tyres well to climb up through the field. We already saw the overtake on Prometheus. Now deep into that slipstream as he snags 6th gear and we roll out onto the back straight. Not quite going to have a chance as we come into the bus stop. Just focus on your good exit here as we roll on through 4th gear down to 3rd. Get that power down on the exit. Viper's pushed wide. That could be another penalty for him there. Might have just survived it by the looks of it.
Yeah, he wouldn't want to be much wider than that. Oof.
It's well and truly pushing the limits there as Sugar trying to reel him in, but you see using all of the curve there for Viper has just given him an incredible run down onto this start-finish straight. Managed to hold off the Corvette of Sugar. We should see that gap close up a little bit as we roll into the infield. We've got Spoke catching up to Sugar as well in that Ford GT on the hard tyres. So turning into a bit of a three-way battle for fifth here.
Yeah, and Spoke's in auto as well. He's doing a great job to keep up with these guys. I know some of the tracks the auto doesn't favour him too well. Must be okay at this track.
Yeah, could have come into his car selection considerations there as well. Or as Viper takes a very different line to Sugar coming into the right-hander there. Viper gets a little loose on the corner exit as Sugar puts the power down with those medium tyres. The better rubber coming to play there. Not able to make it work on the infield. Oh, he has a look. Oh, contact made. So I think that might have been Spoke into Sugar, pushing him into Viper. It looks like Sugar's going to be the one to redress that. Rolling on the low side of the banking here.
We're on board with Spoke. Yeah. Yeah, I won't comment on that. That's Spoke was definitely into the back of Sugar a little bit, but yeah, not sure at the point of. I think it's just nothing intentional by anyone there, but these things happen.
That's probably, in my opinion, that's one of the hardest traction zones on the whole track. You're coming through the bumpy concrete there, and it's very easy to lose traction. So that little bit of contact in the rear quarter panel was all to Viper unable to save it either.
And Sugar's done the right thing regardless. He's redressed it.
Yep, it's still a long race, 31 laps to go.
Yeah.
We're barely coming up on the 10-minute mark of it, so.
Oh, and Armin's has just gone wide. I'll just see if I can replay on that
way
one.
Out on there. Oh, is that Goat waiting in the grass as well? Yeah, so Ben has now taken the lead. Lucas is going to come through to second here as Goat waits for Armin's to redress what I'm assuming was contact.
Yeah, I just missed the replay on it, but yeah, they had a little bit of contact there, unfortunately. So just nudged him a little bit.
It's unfortunate there. Looks like Goat's not fully redressed, just maybe deciding that wasn't the place to do it, or maybe just not taking responsibility if that was the case.
Yeah, he did appear to slow down a little bit, but
possibly having second thoughts rather than losing the two places, just thinking he'll charge on. And Ben's kind of, obviously he's driven well so far, but he's kind of lucked his way into the lead as there was a 10-second gap between himself and first place as we started, and then Goat had an incident that brought Armin's back into it, and now it looks like they have had an incident that's brought everyone else back into it. So that early lead that the rolling start gave us has kind of moved into nothing.
Yeah, and Judas put a comment about Armin's will be loving being behind his thumb as well there.
Penalty for Goat in second. There goes Lucas through to second place, and Armin's doesn't look like he's going to be able to get there, but it's going to be Goat, Armin's and Spoke for third here.
Yeah, we're on board with Armin's now. Comes into turn one.
Oh, I was going to say he got the traction down nicely, but gets a little loose on corner exit.
It is his driving style though, isn't it, Armin? He likes to drive it sideways a bit.
Yeah, he loves himself a loose rear to Armin's. Be interesting to see here the pace between Lucas and Goat. It was obviously a pole setup, a little loose there coming into the corner. If this turns into a battle for second place, or if it's going to stay battle for third with Armin's and Spoke there.
Yeah, as Ben is out to almost a 4-second lead now. So.
Yeah, you just get into time trial mode if you're Ben. You just get your laps in. Lap 7, he's coming up on about half a tank as well, so should get about 14 laps out of that Ford GT on the medium tyre. It's probably about where you want to be.
A medium tyre, okay.
Yeah, so Ben on the medium, Lucas on the hard, Goat on the medium, sorry, and then the two behind him are on the hards.
Yeah.
So mixed compounds across our top five.
So Ben's
Spoke on for a personal best at the moment as well on those hard tyres, so putting in some really nice laps.
yeah, Ben's definitely making those mediums work for him. Trying to build a little gap. See what Spoke can do here. Oh, 48.9, nice.
Yeah, nice personal best. Quarter of a second off the personal best. Oh, just staying on board with Spoke here and watching Almonds get loose out of these slow corners is always a little bit of a heart in the mouth moment. And just ahead of these two, it looks like the gap to Lucas is closing for Goat. So he pulled in about 0.7 of a second that lap. Gap now 1 second on the spot, and Goat setting a personal best. Is that about sector 2? Rolling through this really slow right-hander. There's another 10th. Obviously, hard versus medium tyres here as well.
Yeah, slight tyre variation, but that said, they're both in the same car as well.
That's very true. So our current fastest lap is Lucas, but Goat 0.2 of a second purple as they enter the banking here, and he's going to have slipstream for the entire run now. 0.131 now, so lost a little bit of time on the exit. Late braking, rolling through these curves. On the power nice and early as they roll on out.
He's had a penalty for Goat. He might have just got away with it. We'll see.
Oh, I'm not sure if he tried to go up the inside there, or if he went for a bump and Lucas moved down a little further than he thought. But like a very close moment there, and here we have the slipstream coming up towards the start-finish line again. Lucas holding that inside line, going for the bump, so choosing not to try and overtake here. As they both pull it up, anchors out, all the way from 280 kilometres an hour down to about 130 as they roll through turn 1, and a bit of mull in the grass there for the Goat, just a little nibble on the grass.
Yeah, he's within a second of Lucas there. So he's doing a great drive so far. Almonds are slowly closing behind too. When I looked before, it was closer to 4 seconds. 2.5 seconds now. So.
Yeah, we've got our first pit stop of the race there as well. Hammy in 12th place, coming in off those hard tyres. 60 litres gone out of the tank. Rolling in that Red Bull Ford GT. So 8 laps. You'd assume he's going to go 14 and 14 on the mediums and the softs. I guess be how I would split it up if that's how you can get on the fuel.
Yeah, I'm not sure with the GT how many laps you can get out of softs. I know he's starting to lose time and staying. Yeah, he might get 14 laps at the end and look out the weather. We'll wait and see. You definitely don't want to do that third stop though.
No, absolutely.
You want to be going for the 2 stop. Yeah.
I'd be bumping it into fuel mode 6 before I go for a third stop around here, I think.
Yeah.
It looks like P2 might be on again. But back on the turn 3-4 of the oval. Rode a little way back, but could get quite a nice overspeed as we come into the tri-oval here. Going about 8 kilometres an hour faster. Pulls out to the high side. See what he can do under braking. Not going to happen.
Trying to get the over and under, I think. Yeah.
Being a bit more careful of the grass there this time, and staying within a quarter of a second as we roll into the infield. He's on those better tyres as well.
Yeah, Lucas isn't going to pull over and let him go easy though. He'll make a bit of a fight out of it.
Yeah, purple first sector there out of Lucas by 0.1 of a second, so maybe having our pulse at right underneath that rear wing's giving him a bit of get up and go.
Yeah, definitely. And he may have someone in his ears saying, "Don't let him go" as well.
Looks like Goat was in third gear coming out of the corner there, so the car bogged down a little bit. Lucas is going to get away a small amount. But that slipstream starts to kick in now as we roll onto the back straight.
He's losing too much, though, onto that back straight, I think.
Definitely seems like he's, yeah. See how we go. Coming through the bus stop now. Hard through. Heavy to the left. Oh, he got a massive run. Pushing the boundaries of a penalty there, but he gave a massive bump to Lucas on the exit of that one as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very lucky not to be a penalty, that one. Can't go much more than that, I don't think.
Using every bit possible. As
looks like there's a change for P4 as well with Broken Spoke. He's got past Almonds there as well.
Yeah, not quite sure.
See if
when
I
that's
can
happened.
get a replay there. Yeah, no, I've missed it.
It looks like that one was a little while ago. Lap 9, Almonds did a 50.7 while Spoke managed a 48.4. So possibly a penalty maybe there for Almonds. That's about a second's loss. Yeah, not too much action happening back through the field. Dodgy into the pits from what was, I believe, P10. So now into P11. 35 litres left in the car as he's, was that rear left gunman's doing some squats to get all warmed up for the car to hit the pit box.
I've just come on board with Hammy as well to see where he comes out in comparison to Hammy. With the start-finish line, he's just pressed the finish line into turn 1.
Looks like it's going to be quite a ways. Fuel just going in now for Dodgy. Yeah, so car is off the jacks and rolling now as Hammy comes to the pit exit. It's not a massive gap.
No.
But knowing these two gentlemen, I'm sure they're pretty happy to roll around together and be efficient with their time and play the long game, I think.
Definitely.
I've just jumped on board with Dreamin in 10th. He's gone deep into the start of the banking, ended up nose into the wall on those hard tyres. So bit of chaos towards the back end of our pack here.
Yeah, he just got wide into that left-hander and got a bit loose in the rear, and he went into the tyre barriers there. Bad luck. And Ben's got a 5.3 or almost 5.5 second lead now as well, so he's still trying to eke out that lead there.
Yeah, and behind him the battle still rages on for that second place. Lucas doing a really good job. Oh, as he gets loose on the corner exit, holding off Go. Just sits in the middle of the road to cover it off. Don't want anyone trying to go up your inside through the left-hander here. As you see, Goat lifted and Lucas did not. And just behind them, one to keep half an eye on is Armands is catching back up to Spoke there in 4th and 5th. So not sure if it looks like Spoke's had a moment there, had a 1 minute 50 lap, and Armands has put a 48.9 in.
As Goat's back into the slip again of Lucas, coming into the bus stop, he's down to 2.5 tenths.
We've just had, we'll stay on board with that, but we've just had Viper roll out of the pits there as well. So he's come out just behind Dreamin on some fresh medium tyres and a brim tank. Oh, Lucas rough through the chicane. Goat's got the run on him this time. Surely this is it. Oh, looks to go down below. Lucas with a bit of a late cover off there.
Yeah.
Oh, and Goat's got the penalty. There it is. So was cutting that chicane a couple of times, and we said it's bound to bite him eventually.
Well, I wonder if that was for
think that's... Yeah.
I reckon that's from going under the double yellow lines.
I think you might be right, because if you get it at the chicane, you serve it that lap.
Yeah, and you get it earlier usually. As you come across the sector line, it usually flashes up.
Here we go. Almonds and Prometheus roll on into the pits as well, getting off those hard tyres. it's a shame for Goat, who showed quite a bit of patience behind Lucas here, trying to make the move, and unfortunately gets a penalty for what really is a bit undeserving, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, very, very much bad luck. In the second and a half, that's gonna be close to 3 seconds by the time you turns it, I think. Lost time-wise.
Dreamin rolls into the pits. Viper's Fang rolling around through turn 1 now, just keeping an eye on where he ends up compared to Armins, who's rolling out of the pits now, and Prometheus, who is just on the pit exit. He's going to have a couple of seconds on Viper as well there.
Yeah.
Both rolling out on the medium tyres as well. Nobody wanting to go for the soft tyres just yet.
Yeah, which is interesting. I thought someone might have just underfueled slightly and gone for a quick spin on soft, but yeah, interesting. It's Dreamers into the pits now.
Yeah, Goat's finally going for that move with the penalty to burn on Lucas on the top side of the oval here. Might not want to get caught up there with probably a lap of petrol left.
Yeah. You might as well pit this lap, I reckon, if you go. Just come straight into the pits.
Yep.
We'll see if he does.
Oh, Lucas does the same. It looked like a bit of a late decision there, maybe 5 litres left, so possibly not. So, keeping an eye on, it's going to be Spoke by the looks of it. It's going to be our first rolling around through there. He should be clear of both of these drivers. Oh, yet to pit is Spoke still.
Yeah, he hasn't pit
as
yet.
Sugar. So, Spoke rolls on through, still waiting on the fuel to start going into these cars. They've just pulled up in the pit box now for the tyre change. Smurf now coming into turn 1.
Yeah, Zarmans is just coming up to the start-finish line as well.
Yep, the first of our stoppers. Looks like Lucas is rolling out now. Goat also rolling out now.
Yeah, Zarmans is coming around the exit of turn 1.
So there's going to be a decent gap there by the looks of it.
Yeah, they're already around the right-hander.
Yeah, and I'll be very interested to see what happens here. Goat now on the hard tyres and Lucas moving to the mediums, so we should see some really good pace out of Lucas. Ben will have to pit this lap, but he did a 47.7 on the medium tyre last time, 2 laps ago, lap 12. So he did a personal best and a fastest lap of the race, really making the low fuel load work for him well here.
Yeah, definitely. We'll just come on board with him and see if he dives in this lap.
We've got to see a pit stop. He's got, I'm going to say 3 litres in the tank.
Oh, good guess.
So we should see our top 4 peel into the pits here, and it's going to be where Lucas ends up comparatively to the other 3 drivers. I think Ben will still be quite a ways clear. Spoke with 1 litre left in the tank.
Yep.
Sugar doesn't look far off of that either. There we go. And Smurf could go around again. Looks to have about 9. So definitely has a 15th lap in the tank there. And choosing to go around one more time. Really stretching out those medium tyres. Fuel just now going in for Ben.
As Candlemakers, Lucas, he's just come across the start-finish line.
Yeah, Ben on pit exit now. So still going to have a nice gap to him. Should clear Spoke. Spoke still with fuel going in. There we go, coming through the pit exit now. Goat also coming past. Spoke rolling out of the pits now. Here comes Armins, and he gets the undercut on him. Very nicely does Armins there. 48.2 last lap to make it count. Personal best lap of the race there for Armins. Looks like Sugar's come out just behind Prometheus and just in front of Viper, who we saw have that little tangle earlier as well.
And Smurf, you think he'll be in this lap?
Yeah, he's got to be. That's looking very low on fuel, considering he's losing time to the Ford GT in the straight even. Could be... I mean, the tyres are well gone, but could be using a bit of fuel map or very heavy short shifting. Starts to pull away towards the end here. Heavy on the anchors, wide through the bus stop. Gosh, I get nervous seeing the exit of that chicane every time, but Smurf looks to have nailed it. He's pulling a lot of time on Ben. Fortunately, we'll have to pull into the pits here as we start to get the sunrise over turns 3 and 4 of the banking there towards that back straight. Ben takes our race lead back. Man, it is a long time waiting for your car to land in that pit box. That is for sure.
Yeah, definitely. There's Lucas is 6 seconds now from the back of Ben.
Yeah, and Ben going off the mediums onto the hard tyre as well. So of our top 3, Lucas is on the fastest tyre, pulled a 3.5 second gap now back to Goat, who we saw was very close by him for a while there. And having a look back in 7th place, we've got Sugar and Viper. Viper now on them. Oh, Sugar's gone wide under braking. I was about to say Sugar on those hard tyres and Viper on the mediums now. And Sugar's just fallen off the track, unfortunately.
Just come on board with him as he comes up to the right-hander. Get in there. Oh, yeah, just got in the marbles. Off he went. Bad luck.
Yeah, maybe still hitting the medium tyre braking marker on the cold hards. Yeah, so Smurf will be happy to see that. It was about an 8-second gap from Sugar to Smurf, down to about 4 now, after Smurf's unfortunate reset that he had early on. Just looking through the field, Spoke and Armin seem to just be destined to be within a second of each other for this whole race. As we roll on through the bus stop again, Armin's looked to have a bit of a rough time. Oh, jeez. I don't know how many more times I can say it through through there. It makes me anxious every time. It looks like Dodgy back in 11th place has caught up to Hammy as well. Try and break into the top 10. Both on the medium tyre, but Hammy pitted, I think, about 2 laps earlier than Dodgy did. I believe it was lap 8. Hammy got off of those hards. Smurf not too far up the road from him either, but on some very fresh racing hard tyres. That gap dropping now towards 0.3 of a second between Dodgy and Hammy.
Just on with Dodgy at the moment. See if he can get a run on Hammy here.
Looking up on the high side is Dodgy. Slams on the anchors coming into turn 1. Nice and safe from the fossil himself. Hopefully he doesn't watch this back. It's right up behind Hammy now though. About 0.3 of a second. And Smurf not having a great time getting those hard tyres to light up by the looks of it as well. It is coming back to them very quickly. Right underneath the rear wing is Dodgy, not looking to make a move on the infield here, as Hammy partially covers it off by moving to the inside there.
I think
Dodgy just looks like he's got the pace. It looks like a case of when, not if.
Yeah, and I think Dodgy, as you say, he's very experienced. He'll try and do it at the safest spot if he can.
He's got a hell of a run onto the banking there as well. Obviously the high side of the banking will make it quite difficult, but Hammy actually looks to move up and almost let Dodgy through. Oh, they're way up there on the high side.
Yeah.
Oh, a big lift off the throttle there from Dodgy. So maybe not wanting to get too close coming into the bus stop.
He did give Hammy a little help along before that as well.
Got a nice exit there. Maybe trying to bump Hammy up into the slipstream of that Viper just ahead of him. Both on those fresh medium tyres could both get Smurf in the next couple of laps. There it goes again, so the bump from Dodgy.
Yeah, I think, again, as you said before, he's very experienced racing.
Oh no! There's a big moment for 4th place has just happened. I don't know if you're able to get that one, but I just jumped onto the onboard of Goat and he got tagged in the right rear quarter by a Spoke, I believe.
Yeah, just come on with him. Yeah, so coming out of that right-hander there, Goat's taking the outside line. Spoke's trying to come back to the inside and just
it's all on for 5th at the moment as well. Goat recovering from that. Prometheus took a dive up the inside, couldn't make it work. Had another look around the outside coming onto the banking, couldn't make it work there either, but looking very aggressive here, trying to take that 5th place. Fresh off a personal best lap of 48.2 as well is Prometheus, with the hazards flashing for good fun as well.
Yeah, I think he wants that spot. Yeah.
Oh, it's a dangerous spot to try it.
Yeah. Don't want to be down the inside there.
Oh, Goat just knows the track limits really well, apparently. Every time I get anxious, but seems to nail it.
Oh, gee, I
get enough of a run.
Gee, I tell you, that entry into the bus stop there, I almost took a step out of the room with Prometheus coming down the inside. Oh, that would have been ugly if he'd stayed in that, I think.
We've got another battle popping up for first place as well. Lucas has just set a 47.1 and is right underneath the rear wing of Ben's Ford GT, who's on those harder tyres. 49.4 out of Ben last time around. Lucas has got a run on him here.
He's going to try and go
keep him shallow.
Yeah.
So he does keep Ben shallow, but also lifted off the throttle ever so slightly just to make sure they wouldn't collide. Braking quite early there as well as Lucas on the power nicely. Oh, just gathers it up on the corner exit. See how he goes on the exit here as we go over the bumps. Full throttle. Up into 3rd, up into 4th, rolling high on the banking. Comes back down into that slipstream. And it just starts to absolutely reel him in. Less than 0.2 of a second here. Does look to go to the high side, and that's all but over really for Ben, I think. I don't think there's much he can do. He just a little blip of the throttle and tuck on in behind and try and stick with that that Viper down the straight if he can.
That's smart. Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't know what to do. My body tenses up every time I see it.
I think Ben's quite smart there, just try and tag him behind, as you say. What he can do, long race.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably aware that he's on the slower tyre. Oh, he does pull to the outside to look to go around. Young Lucas is getting the fight of his life here. Whoa, late on the brakes on the Viper. Can he get it pulled up for turn 1? He absolutely can. Just absolutely chucked the anchor out of the window. That's Daniel Ricciardo-esque. That was... yeah, wow.
Yeah, there's nothing left on the table there, I don't think.
That little bit of, breathing room that you give yourself in case you miss your marker by a tiny bit. I don't think he had much of it left there. And now you absolutely use the tyre advantage through the infield here to try and break that slipstream, free yourself up, and then just try and run away the front. Oh, Ben dropped a tyre on the grass and had a little moment there as well. That's going to help as that gap grows to over a second. And just having a look back at that battle for 5th again, Goat holding off Prometheus ever so slightly. But Prometheus is right there with him.
Yeah, he'll try and get the run now on the way into bus stop and turn 1.
Yeah, looks like Goat's on the high side. Very interesting how you play it. You can give up the inside and try and hold the high side for the braking into the bus stop, or you can go down low and then you lose that run into the bus stop. Goat's going to stick it to the yellow line. Oh, Prometheus with the late jump up the inside. Here comes the braking zone. They're side by side. Oh, and Prometheus barely gets through.
Yeah.
How have they gotten away with that? Oh, Goat's had a moment on the corner exit as well, coming out of the bus stop. Oh, no. Keep it out of the wall. Bang, there he goes.
We'll just look at the replay on this one.
Viper very nearly collected by Goat. He can't roll down the banking. Oh, he's almost collected Sugar there as well. He can't get off the banking.
Yeah, oh. Yeah, gee, that's a big lose for Goat there. And as you say, yep. Viper. Oh, yeah.
So the same thing happened to Sugar. Goat's just been passed by Hammy, Dodgy, and Smurf as well. So after starting on pole position and just fighting for 5th mere 30 seconds ago, he's found himself down in 11th, unfortunately. About 42 seconds off the lead, so lost about 25 seconds in that incident, unfortunately. Racing can be a very cruel sport.
It can be very cruel, and I think it's easier said afterwards as well, that if he had his time again, he probably would have maybe just backed off a little bit earlier into the bus stop there as well and let him go.
Yeah,
just tried to get the run, just survive.
Yeah, try and get him back on the exit.
Yeah, but easy said afterwards, when you're not easy to look when you're not needing the battle, I suppose.
Yeah, and you never want to give up a position for free. It always feels a little rough. Well, myself at least, I struggle to just let someone by without fighting them at least a little bit. But looks like at this point of the race we're all quite spread out apart from that pack. So we'll go through a nice little run through the field of where we're at. Starting off with Lucas currently leading the race by 4 seconds, running those medium tyres. Ben 5.5 clear of Almonds in 3rd. 4 seconds back to Spoke there after that. Prometheus 5.6 behind Spoke. Viper's Fang 4.3 behind Prometheus. Black Sugar just on the border of 8 seconds behind Viper there. Hammy 8.5 behind Sugar. Has a rough run through the chicane there. Dodgy and Smurf smelling the exhaust fumes of Hammy as they roll on through there, all looking to work together still by the looks of it. Goat just behind that pack by 3 seconds with a 1 second penalty as well, so it just keeps stacking up for Goat, unfortunately. And then Dreamin looks to be having a bit of a rough time there, rolling around in 12th, 26, almost 27 seconds off the back of Goat, unfortunately.
Ooh, there's Smurf. He's down the inside of Dodgy. I think he may have just given him a slight tag. That's alright. They're still... Dodgy stayed on the road. He's trying to... I think Dodgy will want to try and get past Hammy now.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if Smurf's keen to drive around with these two. Like,
I think he wants
Dodgy
to get by.
Look pretty keen to work together, and I think Smurf just wants to get going.
Well, I think they've both gone past him. Smurf was in front, so...
Yeah, those medium tyres starting to wear down quite a bit now. And just for keeping track of the pit stops, every driver in the race, all 12 of them, yet to run the soft tyre, so it is going to be a mad sprint to the finish on the soft tyre.
Yeah, that's interesting. So obviously the two at the front with Lucas and Ben, they've run opposite strategies there, but they'll both be on softs to the end. So it would be interesting to see whether that evens out at the end.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see. Of course, Lucas making his wheel-to-wheel debut here as well could be on to win it, which I think sees him immediately bumped up into the next lobby if you ask Almonds, but it could be a very impressive start there.
Almonds will be hoping that's the case, I think.
As a purple Sector 1 for Lucas there as well, rolling through the infield now. Just watching some of the lines he's taken here, I will say he's been coached by Zuzu through the week a little bit here, and a little bit of assistance in tuning and just a little bit of racecraft talk and stuff like that. So the teachings of Zoo coming through here, as we see in the other lobby. We have the teachings of Apex coming through with Ella, so starting to see a common theme here. It's the tutors of strongly towards the top end of both fields.
Yeah, and Lucas, I know I was in the lobby with him earlier in the week, and just it's amazing the improvement in a week. Like obviously, as you said, Zoo's been helping him, but to drag out VP1, where he was battling to keep up, consistently with the Mustang earlier in the week. So yeah, massive
really
improvement.
Well to hold off Goat for all of those laps as well. When Goat was on those medium tyres and Lucas was running the hards, did super well to just be able to hold him off and keep him at bay for all of that time.
Oh, definitely very smart drive. Even you may have not known the tyre difference at the start to bend there, but he's just kept his head down. And yeah, so far the strategies have worked the same way. We've been now getting a gain on Ben.
Yeah, and just something to report back. It looks like Smurfs unfortunately had a moment as well. He's lost about 16 seconds this lap, fallen back behind Goat and off the back of Dodgy and Hammy. So not quite sure what happened to him, but it was right towards the start of the lap, unfortunately for Smurf. Which it's just very unfortunate for him.
Very, yeah. It's Dodgy still reading the part number on the back of Hammy's car there.
He's trying to memorise every one of them, so if he has to replace his own wing or tail light, he just knows the part number off the top of his head.
Yeah, I think he'll want to get by soon. I don't think he'll... Although that said, he might be happy just to bump him along a bit. He might feel he hasn't got much left in reserve.
Yeah, one thing I'm going to find interesting here is Hammy's going to pit soon. He's got less than 10 litres in the tank. And he pit 2 laps before Dodgy did onto the medium tyre off the hards. So he's going to have that undercut on Dodgy as Hammy. But come towards the end of the race, 2 lap pressure soft tyres could be a huge difference as well.
Oh, definitely, especially with the sun still being out at the moment. It'll be that bit harder the first few laps on the tyre as well.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if Hammy pushes to go around again. Pitted lap 8, I believe. End of lap 8, so on 24 now, that's a hell of a stint on these medium tyres. Surely you can't go around again. Oh, there's a rough line through the bus stop there as well. But fuel gauge is blinking. There's a half-second penalty for Hammy, and he's going to have to serve it this lap. If I'm Hammy right now, I'm deciding that's my pit lap. Prometheus also dives in. He's going to be the first one onto the soft tyres. Here's that penalty served for Hammy, and rolling straight on into the pits. So Dodgy is going to have Goat for company shortly as well. That recovery drive for Goat going quite well at the moment. Obviously, that final stop. Oh, Dodgy's just had a moment. Dodgy's gone around into turn 1.
We'll just see if we can catch the replay of that.
He didn't have Hammy to follow and didn't know what to do, and now he's going to come out alongside Prometheus.
As he comes around turn 1, oh, he snags first gear. I wonder if he actually was in the different gear to what he thought he would be there. I think he gassed it up in first gear.
So. That's really bad for Dodgy. He's driven a great race to that point there.
Oh, definitely.
Especially with Hammy. Whoa, Prometheus on the fresh soft tyres is absolutely chomping at the bit to get by as well. Who came out the pits right behind Dodgy. Oh, shows the nose as well. So, from what I've seen, I haven't seen Prometheus on track in practice lobbies too much, but seems to be a very aggressive driver, which I feel suits the Red Bull livery quite well. Max Verstappen-esque. Armands from 3rd place dives into the pits, but we've got Prometheus up the inside of Dodgy. I don't think Dodgy's going to want to fight this one too hard. Probably going to roll off the throttle coming into the corner and let that soft tyre run through. We'll see. He's keeping it in. Oh, he throws the anchors out. Makes Prometheus earn it. Maybe trying to pressure him into getting a penalty on corner exit there. But Prometheus looked to have nailed that. And is absolutely rolling. Viper's Fang now into the pits as well. Spoke also into the pits. 22 litres remaining.
He saved a fair bit of fuel in that stint. Yeah.
Waiting for all the gaps to balance out now as well. Armands stops the fueling at 90. Rolling out of pit lane now. He's going to come out in a nice little gap. Spoke as well, just behind him, is going to come out right in front of Goat, which is what you want. You don't want to come out right behind guys on some old tyres that are going to stop again shortly. Viper as well. Sorry there, Neil.
Oh, yeah. So just at the front there, Lucas has he spoke about 8.5 second gap, and I think if my memory serves correct, at the start of the stint, he was about maybe 3 or 4 seconds behind Ben.
I believe it was about 4 seconds. Yeah,
Yeah.
looks like Ben had a bit of a drama on lap 24 there, a minute 50.2, whereas
Oh.
Lucas put in a 47.7. Doing some really nice laps, peeling into the pit lane now for 10 laps on the soft tyre. There comes our race leader. Let's see if Ben's going to follow him in.
And he does.
He is. We go all to play for now. 9 seconds the gap. That's going to be a lot for Ben to try and make up in 10 laps on the same tyre.
He has saved a touch of fuel, but probably not enough to make a difference.
Yeah, at this point I feel like it's definitely Lucas's race to lose. It's probably, 13 litres at 8 litres a second, so 1.5 litre gap there. We'll see if Lucas decides to top the tank as well.
Yeah, and Sugar's going to go around again. I thought he might have pitted, but he's kept going.
Yeah, Lucas stops at 75, rolling out of the pits now. Ben's still filling up as Armands comes into turn 1, stops filling at 66 as Ben rolling out of the pits. Going to come out just ahead of Sugar, which is a really well-timed pit stop there for Ben. And the gap is 6.4. So saving that extra fuel and under fuel by about 10 litres did Ben to try and make up a bit of that time. What else did I see?
And Armands. Just going to say Armands pitted that 2 laps earlier as well to try and get the undercut as well. So when Sugar hits, he should end up in P3 as well.
Yeah, it looks like about 4.5 to 5 seconds from Armands to Ben. So any little moment could bring second place into it, but God, I don't know if we can all handle a double Armands household podium here.
Yeah, that's right.
Looks like Smurf just rolling out of the pits after the final stop just to keep everyone updated. He's going to come out nicely, about 12 seconds either side of him, behind Dodgy and in front of Dreamin'. And from what I can tell, our last people to pit is going to be Sugar and Goat. And then we'll have our final running order. Sugar actually has gained on Ben this lap.
I reckon he'll be in this lap though.
Could go around one more with the fuel. Decides to drift on into the pits though. And we'll see the real gap between Ben and Armands shortly. There we go, 4.8 seconds for Armands to try and work with there. Goat rolls into the pits there for the final pit stop of the race as well.
And broken spokes just under 3 seconds back from Armands as well. And I think, as I said before, he pitted maybe 2 or 3 laps later than Armands.
Looks like Spoke in on 25, Armands in on 25, so pitted at the same time.
Oh, same. Okay. I thought that was a different lap. There you go.
Just keeping an eye on the gaps as I do. Rolling out of the pits now. Sugar's come out just behind Viper, so Viper's going to hold on to that one. But could see that tyre advantage. Viper pitted 25 as well, Sugar on 27, and got 8 laps to work with for 2.2 seconds, so we could see something develop there for 6th place. And for the most part, it looks like our drivers have all spread out quite a bit.
Yeah, and Goat's come out in P8 after just pitting there. So he's on his out lap now. So we'll see where he can recover to by the end of the race.
Yeah, done well to get into 8th. Obviously, he was behind Hammy and Dodgy. Interestingly enough, so Dodgy lost about 6 seconds with his incident in turn 1. He's come out of the pits 4 seconds behind Hammy.
And Broken Spoke, we just come on board with. He's got a second penalty.
Yeah. Does have a nice bit of a buffer back to Prometheus, but those things can add up. You know, a second here and a couple laps time, you get another one, and Prometheus looks to be running pretty good times, 47.9, 48.1. We'll see what he gets this time around. It'll be a 48.0, so consistently around that kind of mark. Spoke, that time was a 150, but before that one was a 47.4.
Yeah, I think he's was pushing hard trying to close that gap to Almonds for the podium. But, yeah, still quite a few laps to go though. Not quite
Yeah,
lap
plenty
30
to
yet.
happen.
So.
Looks like Viper and Sugar back in 6th place are reunited once again after their incident early on. And Viper on those 2-lap older soft tyres is starting to show. So it was 2.2 seconds last time we checked in. Now we're at 0.4 of a second, just over 0.4 of a second. Sugar goes blue through Sector 1, so on a personal best there as well.
Sugar, I still think, is one of the most improved drivers in the last few seasons. He's done a great job.
Yeah, still a 10th up as he rolls onto the banking here as well, and doing well to be a part of keeping wheel to wheel running as well as finding the time to race and drive. Okay, still that 10th up. Viper just breaking the toe a little bit as we roll into the bus stop here. Sugar a lot more aggressive on the brakes there.
Oh.
Got wide, put the power on. Looked like the curb threw him wide a little bit.
Yeah.
So right up underneath the wing of Viper there. And here comes the run. That straight closes up pretty quickly. Kind of want to get alongside before the turn in for the tri-oval here, but going to be close come turn 1. Viper sticking it to the inside. Oh, Sugar getting squeezed a little bit there as he has a look around the outside. Viper holding that inside line, and will keep that position for a little longer.
Sugar's definitely got a bit of exit speed now. So.
48.5 from Sugar that last time around. 49.1 out of Viper. That's the first timed lap Sugar's put in on the soft tyres. Viper, that was his 3rd. So yeah, the 2 laps extra wear on these very, very soft tyres are really starting to show. Viper a little deep into the corner there. Sugar with a really nice line. Runs the corner beautifully. Drop a tyre onto the grass. Down into 2nd. Drops to 1st. Or back up to 2nd on the corner exit to keep the back end in check. And start chasing down Viper again. I think he looked pretty on. If he didn't get thrown by the curb rolling through the bus stop last time around, he looked to be on for that move. He's on track for a high 48 again this lap. Slams on the anchors, roll over the curb. Oh, Viper taking a very different line. Oh, gets loose through the bus stop as well, manages to hold it together. Oh, he's got a penalty as well.
Oh, bad luck. 1 second too. Oh.
Yeah, so now if you're Sugar, you bump him along until he serves his penalty, and then you carry on your merry way. Unfortunately, the penalty's doing a lot of work for the overtaking around here. Whoa. I don't know if you remember when your car didn't ghost serving a penalty early in the GT7 days, but I got that little feeling in my gut there that made me very nervous.
I couldn't see you, but we could hear you having the flashbacks and there.
P9-10 again. We're reunited, and it feels so good. Dodgy and Hammy, as they roll on through. Dodgy with a 47.5 that lap. Hammy with a 48.8. So Dodgy really finding plenty of grip on those soft tyres, and it looks like running those couple extra laps really helping him.
Yeah, and I think they're just trying to see the mirror colours. I think they're both Pro-Am as well, aren't they? These two.
Yeah, both orange mirrors. Oh, our race leader has a 1 second penalty as we come on through start finish, still holding that 8 second gap to Ben. So last time around a 47.2 from Lucas, 47.6 from Ben, and that's his fastest lap of the race. Lucas obviously holding our fastest lap at 47.1. which I believe he did on the medium tyre as well, so watch seeing how much time you truly lose with a 1 second penalty. Oh, Ben late on the anchors. Oh, he's run a little wide in turn one. He's pulled it up very nicely. But it looks like a 1 second penalty will cost you 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Still got some pretty consistent gaps between just about all of our drivers, minus I guess Goat and Viper is closing quickly. Sugar's pulling away from Viper there as well, and then we have Dodgy and Hammy, and whether Dodgy wants to try and make a move or if he's happy just following Hammy around until the later laps. Going for another bump though is Dodgy, so just happy to sit back there.
As Goat just did the fastest lap of the race as well with a 46.9.
We go, first 46 of the race, showing why he was our pole sitter, and has just had a couple of unfortunate moments throughout the race. As he gets a little loose again on corner exit, and there goes about 0.3 of a second, unfortunately, to Viper. That like 4.5 laps to try and work something with, 6 seconds gap, and what would that be? A 25, and so a 2-lap tyre advantage as well. So similar to what we saw from Sugar. Oh, deep into the corner there as well, pushing those soft tyres after setting that purple, and it's maybe overdriving them a little bit there as Go.
Yeah, I'm just on with Hammy at the moment. It looks like he's just Dodgy's just hanging in the slip there. Hasn't found a way by just yet, but as you said, he might be happy to settle for P10 there.
Yeah, possibly leaving the run a little later as well. Maybe do it on the last lap or two and help Hammy along and see if they can maybe snag another spot if someone has a bit of an incident.
Oh, has he just lag spiked into Hammy a bit? I think that's just gone out to near a second, just over a second now.
Yeah, maybe also just aware that he's moving about a bit and a bit hesitant to try and pull alongside or make a move. He's Dodgy there as well.
As Ben hasn't been able to pull back any more time on Lucas just yet, still around sort of 6.5 second mark.
Yeah, lost about half a second so far this lap. They were very similar last lap, both mid 48s. As Ben's on track for very close to his personal best of 47.6 at the moment as he rolls through the bus stop, which would be a great lap time to set at this point of the race. Getting way on out there as well.
Oh yeah, I think you ought to be much wider than that.
I'm scared to mention it. It's going to be like watching Bathurst and hearing that the cars hit up 300 kilometres an hour coming through the chase, and that it's the fastest corner in Australian motorsport.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just ingrained in my brain permanently. Yeah, managed to get a 48.0 with Lucas getting a 48.3 that time around. So put in a little bit of time, but 3 laps to go. He's definitely going to be counting on a Lucas mistake. And
Lucas at this point can afford just a short shift a bit here and there, and doesn't need to push it purple lap at this point.
Yeah, it's also a tricky thing I personally struggle with if I do have that gap to whether you keep pushing and keep consistent and what you practiced, or if you start, using that gap and braking a little earlier and trying to be relaxed and breaking your routine that you've built over the past 34 laps. It's something that might hurt you more than it helps sometimes, but you just got to not panic if you do see the gap go down, I feel.
Yeah, well, that's certainly something I've enjoyed since I've been racing in VR. Don't really know the gaps.
Yeah, that would be nice. I don't know if I'd be able to turn the HUD off and just race without it to I'd get too curious, and I'm a bit of a creature of habit. But
Yeah, it's not available in VR, so you can't actually see until you put the distances. So you can't actually see through the race. You can only see like your radar and mirrors and whatnot.
yeah, closest pair on track is still Dodgy and Hammy. Hammy's having a rough time. Dodgy just looks like he's happy to sit there for now still.
He got a little bit loose out of turn one, Hemi. But Dodgy still just something behind him.
Here's another chance for Dodgy, and looks pretty locked in to go for the bump again. So just a slight bump there. Oh, even touches the wall, does Dodgy a little bit.
It's going back through the field. There's no one near the closest battle by the look of it.
Yeah. Everyone's kind of spaced that 6.5, 7 second mark pretty consistently. Somehow they've managed. It looks like an F1 quali session where they're all spread just far enough apart. And a lot of the gaps are growing. The gap from Lucas back to Ben dropped quite a bit last lap. So down to 4.5 seconds now. 2 seconds has been reeled in by Ben, who's on a personal best at the moment. Whereas Lucas last time around at 49.1, those soft tyres really starting to fall off.
Oh, Dodgy. He's gone around, I think. No, not fully around. Just a bit wide at turn one there. Just come on board again. He's riding the slip of Hammy. Goes for the outside. Down the gears, in the marbles a bit, and yeah, he's got the inside wall, I think. But yeah, saved it though, didn't quite rotate it, so good save there, Dodgy.
Good save. Unfortunately, he sat behind Hammy for so long, just to have it fall away a little bit there. But there goes our one close battle as our race leader starts their final lap, rolling into turn one now.
Yeah, we'll come on board with Lucas to the end.
That gap it's definitely dropping very quickly, but just not quick enough for Ben. Unfortunately, it was 1.1 seconds reeled in last lap, down to 3.7. But Lucas has driven really well. He's using that gap well. He's blew through the first sector as well, up a 10th on his best lap, which we saw was that 47.1. Rolled through this very long right-hander, showing good patience on the throttle.
He's just managing the gap, isn't he? He's doing a great job.
Getting through the last of the sharp turns, a little wide there out on the bumps and out on the marbles. And Ben will take the time, but time running out very quickly unless a big mistake happens in the bus stop. This is all but Lucas's to lose. Roll on through into the braking zone, looking for the little light board between the 1 and the 2, slam on the brakes, down to 4th, roll through the first curve, down to 3rd, get it turned across, on the throttle, up into 4th again as we come through the corner exit and onto the banking. Well managed there by Lucas, like gotten away penalty free, and is going to roll to his debut race win. A very impressive effort there by Lucas.
Yeah, great job, Lucas.
Takes the flag nicely. Ben is going to bring it home in second. Very nicely done there by Ben. Armand's just been able to hold on to the podium. Those other guys ahead of him have pulled a decent gap, but very well driven there by Armand's. It's going to be a 3rd place. Spoke's going to bring it home in 4th. Looks like Prometheus is going to hold on to 5th place nicely after that battle with Goat. Rolling on through the tri-oval towards the line. There's your top 5. We've got a bit of a gap now. Back to Sugar, who's just coming off the banking. He's driven really well in the last stint. Nice and consistent. Nothing really above a 48.6. Very well done there by Sugar. Viper is going to come to the line in 7th, did well to get back after that big incident. Goat is going to come across in 8th. It'll be a race of what could have been, unfortunately, for Goat there, but takes the fastest lap, took pole position, just a couple of incidents throughout the race. Hammy, after having Dodgy rearrange his rear end for the whole race, is going to come home in 9th. Dodgy's going to hold on to a 10th place here. Still keeping a top 10 finish is plenty good. Smurf's going to come home in 11th. That unfortunate turn 1 incident kind of set him off on a rough path there, getting reset very early on. And Dreamin has had a bit of a race to forget, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But still stuck it out. It's going to bring it to the end, roll him through the banking of 3 and 4 here, and bringing that Viper home.
Yeah, good on him for sticking it out as well.
It's tricky to do. Managed not to get lapped, which it was getting quite close there. I think it was about 7 seconds between Lucas and him towards the end there, but yeah, very well done. Well driven by all of our drivers there, and big congratulations to Goat, Armins, and Ben on the podium.
Yeah, and great job by the podium getters there and everyone else. But you've got to feel for Goat a bit there. Obviously, a few little incidents along the way, and with the fastest lap of 46.9, I think he's the only car in the 49s by the looks of it. I know, in the 46s, sorry. Everyone else is 47s, 48s. So yeah, but still not a bad recovery to P8 there.
Yeah, and you can still take the confidence of knowing that you're the fastest over a lap. You just had a couple of incidents. You know, we saw the tangle with was it Armins quite early on, I believe, and then had that moment as he got up behind Dodgy as well.
Yeah. And I think maybe we spoke as well, but nevertheless, and P1 with Lucas and driver as well, and on debut, as you say. So.
Yeah, that's a hell of a debut. We'll see if he can follow it up in the open wheelers next week.
No, definitely. Well, we might call it at that then, and get ready for the next lobby then. Thanks everyone, and thanks for commentating there, Dragon.
Absolutely, it was a pleasure to be here, Neil. Thanks, mate.
And catch you all later. Good luck in the next race.